Hello everyone, you're watching BSG Annual 2019. My name is Quimito and I will be your host for the upcoming run. But before sending it over to DistroTV, I would like to update our World War III because we have a new donation by Hapkane name saying, "Luigi is banned number 10. You underestimated my bank account." Alright, and with that I'm gonna give it over to DistroTV for Halo 5 Guardians. Good luck, guys!
Alright, so first of all, I would like to thank BSG for the Halo block. First we had Halo Kitty Roller Rescue, and now we have the sequel, Halo 5 Guardians. So get hyped for that. Halo Kitty was amazing, but Halo 5 is also amazing. So first of all, well, hello, I'm Distro. And this is the beautiful couch. Can you present yourselves?
I'm a satanic nerd. I didn't know he was gonna make that Halo pun.
And I'm Bad RNG, and I didn't know about the Halo pun as well.
Oh yeah, this is Relboy and you can't hear him. But I think he knew about the Halo pun. Alright, so without further ado, let's start. I will warn you, the first level is very hectic. There's a lot to explain, so when it cools down, I will explain a bit more, but I'll try to... It will be a little bit hectic, so be prepared for that. And time starts... Well, when we get the countdown, it goes to 0. Let's go. Let's get a countdown.
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, so you see this sword getting stuck into the elite right away. This is important, because for some reason the game depletes it and puts it back behind you. And you can pick it up. Usually you cannot pick up depleted swords, but this is a special one. I don't know exactly why, but it's some probably game dev oversight or something. But you might ask yourself, why do we even want the sword? Well, that's because the sword gives you 20% faster movement speed. So in a lot of scenarios when you can get a sword, we'll try to take it. Makes it easier to evade enemy fire, and you'll just go fast. Also, this is a legendary difficulty, so ooh, scary. But every enemy can pretty much kill me very, very fast if they, well, or if I get unlucky or if I'm badly positioned. So, coming up, I say we'll get hectic, is the first skip. I'm waiting for a checkpoint because this is a little bit finicky. Checkpoint, please. You can see it on the bottom left. There we go, checkpoint. So, there is a cannon which has a spinning animation and will pretty much abuse the physics to get launched in the air if I can get it. It's tricky. Whoop! And yeah, that's Halo 5, so welcome. And there's a lot of tricks coming up still, so stay tuned for that. So we're out of bounds now. We skipped a bunch of fighting and we pressed a button from inbound, from out of bounds actually, which is, I don't think it's supposed to be that way from the developers, but I'll actually have to revert here because it could get problematic. Okay, so if I had gone too slow there, I would have soft locked. If I had gone too fast, I would have also soft locked. And actually, I would have been walked back inside. I would have lost a lot of time. So, you just saw the first launch, and now coming up is a second launch, which is significantly hard, I would say. So I'm hoping for a good checkpoint here, but it's a question of randomness, actually. Ah, I got a perfect checkpoint, marathon lock, woo! So, I'm probably going to fail this one a few times. It's to be expected, honestly, but we'll see. Oh, we get a first try! Woo!
So you've got the first three things first try. Where's the applause?
I actually got stuck in an out-of-bounds building, but second try, let's go. Oh, let's count as first try, that never happened. I went way too slow on this one. You know what they say, third try is a charm. But seriously, this trick is hard. I get asked by a lot of people, did they patch it out? Nope, it's just hard. I went too slow again, that's fine. It's the angle is important, the speed is important, the positioning is important. So let's see. That works. Yeah. So that skips a bunch of fighting, and on Legendary, that's always convenient. I'll wait for a checkpoint here just in case, because I don't want to do the trick again. I should be getting... There we go. Now I go back inbounds. We skipped a bunch of enemies now. There we go. So, coming up is the ending clear. Or actually the first clear for us, because skips and whatnot. I have to just position myself here for the door to open. And I can assign my teammates to pick up some weapons, which I just sit there. And this enemy is called a Knight. It has this orange cores to the side, as you can see. They're very heavily armored, but if you shoot those orange cores, that's the weak spot. It opens up their face, which I'm going to explain very soon, and you'll see it also very soon. And you can also expose their back, and when you shoot that, they die in one hit, usually. The small space dogs are called crawlers. They can be obnoxious at points, but they are one-shot kills if you hit them in the head. So, the thing I talked about the orange cores of the Knights, if I shoot them... Well, hold on. I need this guy's attention. I don't think he likes me. Well, that works. Well, I was supposed to shoot the orange cores, and it goes through a raging animation. And I can shoot the face as like a short interval, and then it dies instantly. So, a lot of things to mention really quickly before the next level. First of all, I'm playing the unpatched version of the game, which I will get more into later. Secondly, the unpatched version of the game has cutscenes. You can skip some, and for others you have to wait a bit until you can skip them. And third of all, we actually play as two characters in this game. The first one being Spartan Locke, which you saw on the first level, and this one being Master Chief, which we all know and love. And Blue Team, which is the name of this level, starts right away with a skip. A really tricky one, so I'm gonna need a few attempts here probably. Alright, so I'm sliding off those glasses or windows, and I'm going to get around an invisible pillar. Got it. Nice.
Nice.
Nicely done. I have watched countless of Distro's runs. That's why I'm here. But thanks to my name and the difficulty of this game, I have not seen many runs past this, actually.
It's good to have bad RNG on the couch, so I'm hoping that bad RNG stays out of the game. Sorry for the terrible puns, but after Halo Kitty I just had to. So, I am waiting for a checkpoint here. Marathon safe strats, because you never know. But it should be safe, usually. But just a few seconds you wait for 100% safety. So, this room has a bunch of enemies. And on Legendary, enemies are scary, so I'm running. And I'm doing something the developers absolutely intended. Or maybe not, I'm not sure. I just jump through the wall. And I actually skip an enemy load trigger while I do that, which makes this next section much more convenient. You can just run through like it's nothing. Also, by the way, if you don't get a jump correctly in the out of bounds, you go too high or badly positioned, you just get the enemies anyway. So it's actually a trickier jump than it looks. But that was also a ramp slide, which I'm going to explain very, very soon. And here usually there's a cut and you go on the bridge, and then the hunter knocks it down, you fall down, but why not just go down right away? It works for some reason.
Why wait?
Exactly. So, another ramp slide maybe. Yep. So, a ramp slide is an unpatched thing. It has been patched out. Some kind of muscle jump where you abuse a thruster slide, which is this move that I just did right now, and I'm doing right now. And if you do that off a ramp, you just get, well, how should I say that? Well, this happens. Easy explained in the pictures. And yeah, it has been patched out because of matchmaking. It was broken. You could just go to the other side of the map right away, and it was completely unfair. So there's a bunch of suicide grunts. They can one-hit kill me, well, if they get close to me and explode. There's a small glitch in unpatched, which has been patched out, that the grenades can't explode too early if you like approach them. So I'm being a little bit careful here for the marathon setting, but usually I just try to challenge them, depending on how they land. And here I just nade spam, or actually I throw one nade to kill a bunch of enemies, or 2 nades on this side too. If you remember from Osiris, we always want the sword because it gives 20% faster movement speed, and that's what we do here. Alright, I told you the first minutes of this run are very hectic, and it's going to continue for a bit. Things get crazier and crazier, that's the beauty of Halo 5. But I think in like a couple of minutes I could get a little bit quieter. So if there's a lot of going on and you have no idea what's happening, maybe someone can relay to chat to me if they have questions or something like that. I don't know if that's okay.
We do have a couple donations, if that's okay for you.
In half a minute, would that work?
All right,
Because there's a giant skip coming up.
for sure.
So there's a giant skip coming up, and it's really tricky, so I need full concentration. I have to jump my time my jump perfectly and do my positioning perfectly, which is really difficult, so hold on. That's too low. I'm trying to jump, like if I jump too early, this happens, and if I jump too late, I just get blocked. Whoops. Let's go. That's the... I'm supposed to be warped into a pocket, and it's actually really tricky. Nope, almost. Sorry, I lied about half minutes. It's wow, okay. We'll get it soon. Here we go. Okay, donations.
All right. We have a 25 euro donation by Son of Shogun, who says, I may cuss, make a fuss, and create havoc in the chat, but I'm loving the event, and more than willing to help those in another country suffering with such a terrible illness. God bless this marathon and all of those taking part. Even the chat. And we have another one by Cormac, or something like that, maybe I butchered the name. Which is a 10 euro donation and says, gotta put this towards the Wand of Gamelon. Finally we can get a game with Link as the main character. And with that I would also like to update on the incentives, because Luigi is ahead of Mario by 23 euros already. And another donation changed the game, and we're gonna have Zelda Wand of Gamelon ahead by 5 euros now.
Alright, so what you saw me do there was one of the hardest skips of the game. It took a couple of attempts, which is a little bit slower than average, but it's fine because it's really, really precise. And I'm skipping a whole... Actually, I'm skipping multiple rooms. One of the bigger rooms that I skipped is called the reactor room. And there's just a massive clear where you have to push a button and go an elevator ride. And you would just land here, but we just skipped that completely. And we skip this section, where you have to push a button and destroy some cores, some vents. And we skipped the hunter room at first, and the game has a mechanic where the hunters spawn in the ending fight if you don't kill them there. But with that skip, thankfully that doesn't happen unless I get really unlucky, but it's super rare. But I'm going back inbounds here. And this clear is actually probably the hardest one, or one of the hardest ones of the game, so I'm going to focus for a bit. But I'm luring those elites towards me so I can quickly get rid of them. And there's a bunch of enemies that can instantly melt me. For instance, those Storm Rifle Jackals. On unpatched, they can pretty much instantly kill you if they get a clean shot on you from close range or mid-range. It's crazy. And there's a bunch of Fearwork Grunts. There's also one-hit kills. Well, I mean, they get one-hit kills on me if they hit me. And now I push the button here, which spawns a massive amount of waves. I'll try to spawn kill some of them, but it's impossible to spawn kill all of them because there's just so many. I'll do my best. The good thing is that most enemies die with one headshot. Oh boy. Scary. Okay. That's fine. Oh yeah, usually you can get revived by your teammates, but with the Fear Rod Cannon, if you die by that, you just can't get revived. So be careful. Oh boy. The Fear Rod guns are my priority targets. And you see why. Oh, there's one here. That's the one that killed me before, I think. Okay. I should be fine now. I hope. I should get a checkpoint now too, normally. I got one, yeah. There's a bunch of grunts spawning here. And then some jackals up there. Oh boy, this jackal right here. That's unfortunate. Made me miss a bunch of spawn killing. So the scariest enemy are hunters. These are hunters. On unpatched, they're somewhat okay. They're somewhat weak. Let's say they have a weakness. It's really strong. If you start them, they flinch for a bit, which allows you to just hit them again and then kill them. If you hit their back 3 times with the sword, they die. After this side, like I know there's a bunch of elite spawning, and there's like 2 coming down here. I'll just backsmack them, and in Halo, oh. That's the jackal was in the way. I would have died otherwise if I had stayed there. But yeah, I was supposed to backsmack him, and the backsmack is an instant kill in Halo games for most enemies. I'll just see what I can do here to salvage this. I'm doing backup strats right now because the jackal was in the way. I was supposed to rocket a bunch of spawning enemies, but didn't go as planned. That's the thing about Legendary. A lot of things can go wrong really fast. And the magic in Legendary is adapting to the situations no matter what you get. Because you can never rely on consistency with enemy behavior. It's always random. Right now the jackals and the hunter are my priority targets. Let's see. I have to see where the hunter is. He could one-hit kill me. He gets a clear shot on me. Oh, there he is. I targeted my teammates to hit him, but it's more so that I know where he is. Okay. So now we're just waiting for dialogue, and that was blue team. And now the game, thankfully, gets a little bit quieter. Like, it's not so hectic anymore. For now. That was a bit of an unfortunate blue team. I could have gone way worse, trust me on that. I'm happy with this. Especially the first couple of tricks in this game are super difficult. Now it's a little bit easier in terms of tricks and consistency. And this level is glass where we start with 1 minute of nothing, so if you guys could talk about what BSG is exactly, that would be a good time.
Of course, we will tell our audience that we are the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering. We are organized by monthly gatherings in the Benelux for speedrunners. We're currently streaming our annual event live from Hotel Asteria in Venray, the Netherlands. We're raising money for the Dutch Cancer Society, which is a nationwide organization committed to fight cancer while aiming for a more cure and a higher quality of life for those already battling the disease. All of your donations will go to the Dutch Cancer Society.
Alright, so after this door opens, there's a marine, which I will have to kill, sorry, but it saves time. I just nade him and then I just run. It's for a dialogue skip. I feel slightly bad. I have to position myself here, and because the marine is dead and I'm here, there's a bunch of dialogue skipped. I can see by damn it Kyle do it, and this gate opens right away. Well, almost right away, in comparison at least. There's a cool ramp slide here which I can hopefully get, and I got it. Nice. And I should probably explain why we even run unpatched. And that's because a lot of the enemies got well, changed. The behavior got changed, their strength got changed, especially hunters. And you saw me just thrust through an invisible wall and get launched out of bounds. You're supposed to actually clear the section or just shoot the generator, but we skip both of those options. I'm trying to... this is in bounds again for a short time, but I'm trying to go out of bounds again. The nice thing about Halo 5, you can do backups, but I still fell down. Here we go. So, now we conveniently go inbounds again to a perfectly placed Warthog, which is this vehicle, for those who don't know Halo. And there's another skip coming up. There's a bunch of skips in this game, which is cool. I will park the Warthog diagonally aligned to that gate here. I mean, you might think that's nonsensical, and it kinda is, but so are the physics in this game. There's a glitch. If I jump and thrust in a slope like that, I get launched up in the air, and it allows me to skip the gate, saving a minute. And there's some weird things happening here, and it's kinda random what I will get, and I'm kinda curious. I will have a look if I get the load freeze or not. That will be an indicator of what kind of scenario I get. I did not get a load freeze, perfect. Okay, so if you look at the background, everything looks gooey, and everything unloaded, because I did that skip before. Sometimes it's gooey, but it's not unloaded, and sometimes it's fully loaded. And I want this scenario. This is the best one for a speedrun. And I will explain why very soon. Also, if you like the tank, then this is for you. This is actually the only place in the speedrun where we use a tank, so enjoy it. I get out again, but don't worry, I'll take it again later. Because I assign my teammates to take the tank. And if nothing goes wrong, it's slightly random. The game has a mechanic where if I'm in a vehicle and my teammates are in a vehicle, they will warp to me after some distances. I might not get it if I'm unlucky, which would lose quite a bit of time, but let's pray to RNGs this year. Also, for those who are familiar with speedruns, RNG is random number generation. It's basically what we speedrunners call everything random. Sometimes it's misused, but it's fine. Also, this is not loaded, but I spawned in enemies and they fell to nothing and died. Did I get the tank teleport? Let me see. If not, I have to go back. I think I got it. I got it. Perfect. Yeah, there we go.
Nice, I've been out of your way.
Across the bridge, closer to town, there's others that could use your help. We can do that, sir.
So the ending section is basically a massive clear. It's mostly spawn killing, setting up for spawn kills, and then just taking spawn control when possible. Because there's so many ways spawning at the same time that sometimes you can't spawn kill all of them. Or let's put it that way, there's always ways that you miss. I'll try my best. So you see those purple, I don't know who them, but those purple lights. Those indicate where the spawns are. With Promethean enemies, whenever there's those purple lights, you know they're gonna spawn. This is a little bit tricky. Alright. That was the first big wave, and there's some dialogue, and then there's the second wave coming. The first one is here. There we go. You see those turret soldiers, those are priority targets because they do a lot of damage to get a hit on you. Like that one right there, but I got rid of them perfectly. Nice. This is a bit tricky to hit, but I got it nice. Oh yeah, I should probably also mention, in a lot of Halo games, the tank also has a machine gun, but not in Halo 5, you only have the cannon. Last wave is 2 knights, with the tank you need 2 hits to kill them. I'll let my teammates handle that while I get the second one. Alright. So that was glass. I have to wait for dialogue now. I can show off a glitch I can hopefully get. In the unpatched version of the game, you can do double shot glitch. Or multi-shot. Here we go. You can shoot multiple bullets from the same weapon by using some sprint, jump, reload mechanics. So, the next level is an auto-scroller. That means I can't speed it up in any way. I just have to listen to dialogue. And this one is the longest one. There's 3 of them. The second and third one are 1 minute. This one is 3 minutes. But since 3 minutes is boring, I'm going to try to entertain you guys with some Easter eggs and tricks while I'm here. I'm waiting for dialogue. And word of warning, the first launch might kill me. But it's still worth it, it's really cool. So this Marine is on a cycle, and whenever he approaches the second one, there's an invisible wall forming, and I'm in between those two. And the wall is forming, and I get launched up in the, oh, that was weak. I get launched up in the air. You can get super crazy launches with that one. I'll try another one. It actually goes so high that you hit the death barrier, which is super, super high. We'll try again. Here we go. Just see how broken the physics in this game are. And another specific thing about Halo 5 compared to other Halo games is that there is no fall timer. Because in any other Halo game you would have died during a fall like that.
I have welcomed you to my home. Do not be so rude as to make my health a point of conversation.
Of course, Governor. My apologies. We're looking
So now I just wait until I can talk to this guy and then to another one. There is a small dialogue skip. If I enter the second building really fast and leave it also right away, I can skip a few seconds of dialogue. We'll see if I can get that.
So where do we start looking?
The best intel in a place like this comes from the people. Keep your ears open.
Alright, skip is coming up here. Let's see. Got it. And there's an Easter egg here. If you push this machine's button 11 times, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's a football spawning here. I actually got splattered by the football once. That was hilarious. I wasn't expecting that.
Ow.
I don't know. The magic of football. That's why I don't do sports.
Can't trust the physics in this game.
Also, you can score a goal.
That's fireworks.
Right on time with the dialogue.
All right, Osiris. Playtime's over. Let's get on.
Playtime's over. Or playing with the soccer.
Is that Governor Sloan?
No, that's not Governor Sloan. Look, that's a pelican, duh.
On everybody knows.
His dialogue gets delayed because I just was messing around at the beginning. Like, super delayed. So whenever you approach Pelican, it's like, is that Governor Sloan? Nope. This is probably a good spot to mention the differences between Master Chief and Spartan Locke in terms of gameplay. First of all, 12 missions, including auto-scrollers, with Spartan Locke. The other 3 are with Master Chief. And Master Chief is clunkier in his movement. Spartan Locke has like faster, what you call that? Like acceleration when he sprints. Gets to full speed right away. And his hover doesn't lose height unlike Master Chief's because everything in Master Chief's movement is clunkier. But Master Chief's melee attack is stronger than Locke's. Also, there's a skip. I forgot to mention that. We can jump on the Pelican and use that bridge.
Wait, wasn't that Captain Sloan?
No, because I actually skip a low trigger here. And it allows me to set up for some spawn killing, which is really convenient for Legendary. So, this knight will spawn a Watcher in a random time. His behavior is always random. When he goes down, his face exposed. Do it. There we go. That's a really hot shot, actually. I'm glad I got that. Because they're really difficult to kill if you don't get that shot. Some spawn killing with rockets. Get that. Nice. Backsmack on the Soldier Commando. As I mentioned before, backsmacks in Halo are always instant kills. And for those who are familiar with the noob combo in Halo games, where you use a plasma pistol and then overcharge it and shoot enemies, and then you can headshot them, they die right away. If you use a suppressor, which is the weapon I had before, or the bolt shot, it's similar for Prometheans. You can just use those, and they lose their shield relatively fast, and you can just headshot them, they die right away. I'm setting up here. We have to wait for dialogue to get some ammo and some weapons that I want. I'm looking for a scatter shot here.
Governor Sloan,
Ah, perfect.
Spartan lock.
we're looking for access to the mine near our position.
Coming up is a really tricky trick, well, difficult trick. So I might probably fail it a few times, but we'll see. Because the thing is, on Legendary, there's some scary enemies, like the next room has a bunch of binary rifle snipers. They can instantly kill me if they get a clean shot on me. And there's a lot of them, I just have to run through. And then try to thrust off this ramp, which is tricky. Try to go out of bounds, but I missed it, that's fine. I should probably get it within 3 tries, but we'll see. Bad angle. Perfect. Good. Third try. I'll take it.
Heading up here. Calm down and shoot it.
So, we out of bounds again. That's a common theme in this run. We go back inbounds. Hit the load. Loading this area. This room casually is actually really difficult. There's a bunch of binary rifle soldiers, crawlers, knights, everything that can instantly kill you pretty much. All in one spot, but in the speedrun we just take this route and usually we survive.
More Prometheans inbound.
There's a lot of enemies that can one-hit kill you here.
We lost Buck. Fall back.
Running on the ramp to be cool, or on the, I don't know what to call that, railing. And if you're wondering why I took the pistol, it's because I have a better field of view, like I have better view with it. It doesn't cover the whole screen, which is practical for the skip that I did before. And I can get the other weapons that I need here anyway. Actually, I just need the scatter shot, so I already have that. Coming up is the Warden Eternal, which is the strongest enemy of the game.
Who is this guy? Where'd he come from?
Something new. Defend yourself.
But he has a vulnerable spot, which is his back. We will just scatter shot it. Take cover because of the soldiers. Ooh. There we go. And spoiler alert, he will appear during the game multiple times. And some of them we may or may not skip.
Not anymore, he doesn't.
Another quake. Bad news. Should get moving.
The Warden was protecting whatever lies beyond those doors.
Alright,
Called it the Guardian.
so I'm going to do something that might seem odd at first when I end this level.
Target. We find it. We find him.
I will explain in like 5 seconds. You will see me save and quitting during the cutscene. That's because otherwise you have to sit through 4 minutes of the cutscene before you can skip it for some reason, which doesn't make sense at all. We just load up the next level. Technically, that makes the run New Game Plus. However, it's important to mention that in the official timing, it's not RTA, so it's not real time. We just do some of individual levels. It doesn't really matter. Okay, another skip. This one is a little bit tricky, so let's see if we can get it. If I sprint jump and thrust right away, I skip alert, which I got because I can see that the Guardian at the background didn't spawn. And that's really convenient Legendary because we skip the whole enemies in the next section and they can instantly destroy you. Not instantly, but they can absolutely damage your vehicle, which is really bothersome. Also, I did some AI manipulation by first pointing to the gun goose and then to the warthog twice. So that I can Tanaka on the right on the passenger seat. And the reason why I want it is actually very simple. It's because she has a DMR, which is a precision weapon. And it's very convenient because she does a lot of damage on Promethean soldiers. You see my teammate going for the Swag 180. And yeah, there would be a ton of enemies here, like another Warthog that would shoot you with a machine gun. A bunch of crawlers, a Phaeton, which is a flying vehicle with a lot of damage to you. And now we just drive through here like it's nothing. Which is hilarious because we get dialogue like, watch it, they're on your tail. Like, yeah, apparently not. Someone's being paranoid. So this next section, this is also very tricky. You're not supposed to take the vehicle in here, but you know we're speedrunning, so we like to break games, so we do it anyway. At least we try it. It's not that easy. Nope. Okay, good. And that's because the Gauss turret is very useful in quickly clearing those soldiers. Oh. If you get hit by a splinter net, you get EMP'd and you can't move the vehicle for a couple of seconds. That's what happened here.
You got it. Push up. Take that soldier down. I'm on it. Kill that watcher.
Solid copy.
Oh, another EMP. That was actually quite unfortunate.
On my mark. Target the soldier.
Nothing behind me. Hey, where'd that shot come from? I'm getting trolled. Invisible soldier. What? He's out of... What? That's weird. I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before. That's interesting. I have to actually get out here.
They're sure that's never happened before.
Yeah. Marathon things. Always things that never have happened before. I would like to have someone on the back of the vehicle. This lost a bit of time. It could have been worse. I'm fine with that. But I've seriously never seen that before. That was really weird. I go in here, spawn a bunch of enemies to bunny rifle soldiers. Priority targets because they can instantly kill you. And those are actually one-shot kills to the head because it's more balanced. Because they're super strong, they can one-hit kill you. It would be unfair if you couldn't defend yourself against that. Because it isn't Halo 2. There's another soldier around the corner. Whoa, on the turret. Okay. Checkpoint isn't too bad.
Target the soldier. Take that soldier down.
I'll get it done, Locke.
Okay, no one on the turret this time. So by going here, there's a bunch of crawlers scripted to run towards me and just nade spam them. The aim assist hogs those crawlers really hard, by the way, so sometimes it throws my aim off. So this next section is also really difficult. I drive here and I spawn 3 soldiers. 2 of them have hydro launchers, which can instantly kill me. So it just stands around them, trying to kill them before they kill me. Okay, good. I assign my teammates to take the hydro launchers because those weapons are kinda... not OP, but they're really, really strong. Okay, so here I trigger some dialogue. Whoa, Buck. I might have to revert on that one.
Elevator doors opening.
My teammates are trying to ruin the run. That's a common theme, actually, as you can see. Alright, that was interesting. This is actually really unfortunate because I have to go really fast to pick up the weapons I want. The next section much easier, but... Oh, I made it in time. Perfect.
Nice recovery.
Thanks, because if you don't get the ghost turret, especially, then that's really problematic. I mean, it's still feasible, but just much slower and much more annoying for this next clear. And next clear, I have to kill every enemy here. I don't like evacuation as a level, but it will get much more interesting starting next level, trust me on that. This is, I think, lots of runners' least favorite level. I'm taking cover here. I have one more shot left for this guy. Sometimes enemies like hiding here, so I'm very careful about the crawlers not running away. Oh, this guy. Whoa. I think that should be it. Okay, yeah. After everything is set, you can hit the button, otherwise you can just stand in front of it and nothing happens. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
So if she's there, then where are they going?
We'll
I'll
find
take
out
the
once we're
gun.
in Pelican.
Okay.
I understand the Master Chief.
So, I set up myself here for some spawn killing.
They didn't know her.
There's a bunch of
Members of Blue Team
soldiers spawning here, one over there, and then a couple of crawlers in the middle here.
any other fire team.
Let's try to nade spam them.
Their family.
Exactly.
Incoming Prometheus.
That was pretty alright. This gun is a railgun, by the way. It's a really strong weapon. I use it to quickly take out soldiers.
What is your favorite weapon in the game?
That's a good question. I like a lot of them, but I would say in Halo 5 probably the binary rifle.
There's a difference between
It's a Promethean sniper.
to fight another day.
What is yours? Do you have one?
Humanity's at our best when we're making something out of
Hmm.
nothing. We're tenacious. We're
No, I
rebuild
don't
as many
really
times
have.
as we have to.
Just like how you blow up everything.
I also really like the scattershot and incineration cannon. Back smack here. Just in case you were wondering why I was meleeing and jumping around, just to delay a checkpoint for this clear. So that... Oh, is everyone already dead? Wow, okay.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? I'm at Meridian Station. Everyone's dead.
What about you, Satanic Nerd? You have never played the game, but from watching it, which weapon do you like so far?
Please.
The turret is great. But I really love just being a bit more sneaky, bit sly. So I like the sword, the aesthetic of it, and the backstab mechanic is something I would probably be trying to abuse.
We'll make certain that those who should answer.
It's a good answer. I actually love the sword. I didn't think about that one. The sword is great.
Sword is great.
More Prometheans.
I have to be careful here. This guy can one-hit kill me. He has an incineration cannon. I'll assassinate him for the marathon swag. Here we go.
Pushing up. Going now.
This is the incineration cannon. It's one of the strongest weapons easily. There's a second hunter. Not hunter, knight. And they spawn randomly. The white one is always in the same spot for some reason, and the black ones are always anywhere, and you just have to look for them. Sometimes you get to kill them really quickly because you're lucky with their spawn. Other times you have to look for them for a while.
There's that Guardian song again.
What's that about?
Maybe a signal of some kind. Building up to something.
So, that was the annoying part of the run. Evacuation, and now everything gets really cool for a while. Trust me on that. So stay tuned.
I've also been meaning to ask you what the difference is between all the difficulties.
Well, there are 4 difficulties. There's easy, normal, heroic, and legendary. And the enemies shoot much faster and they hit you much more the higher difficulty is. Some spawns are different, especially in co-op. Like in legendary you have more spawns. Also they have much more shield and they just behave smarter overall. The legendary difficulty is actually more of a challenge. I think the intended difficulty is heroic. I'm not sure about that, but I think so. Like legendary is supposed to be unfairly difficult. But if you know the game very well, it's not that bad. But there was also jungle gyms. There's a lot of parkouring where you could see the movement mechanics very well. And coming up is Reunion, one of the more broken levels, and very fancy, very flashy.
Stay hydrated.
Always stay hydrated.
There have been 5 more events following Meridian. It's 11 colonies. I need a means to stop this now.
So, Reunion starts with a skip right away.
No comm traffic on any band. No long-range uplinks at all.
They go out of bounds. Yes, I know it's a common theme by now, but this one's actually kind of cool. And you will see why. Because we can run on air. It's magic. And you actually skip a button and an elevator right there, and some parkouring. This is really cool. Go back inbounds.
How much does this skip?
I think around 40 to 45 seconds, but I'm not exactly sure. But it's definitely more than half a minute, that's I'm sure about. There's a lot of elevators and buttons in Halo games, it's just, I don't know. The developers love elevators, I guess.
So you said that Master Chief moves a bit more clunky. Does that ever change out of bounds that you try to get, or any skips? Are they harder with him then?
Yes, actually, if you remember the first skip on Blue Team, where I had to jump on the lamp, it's a little bit tricky because you lose a bit of height while hovering, and this is a hover mechanic, so I just sit there. Oh, I died while doing that. I wanted to show it off, it's worth it.
What killed you though?
It was a fear rod cannon, it can instantly kill you.
Ready up, Blue Team.
But yeah, it's a little bit harder to time the jump and get the perfect height so you can get on the lamp. That's actually that was a good question.
That's what I'm here for.
Okay, that's just unlucky.
Sounds like an elite.
That's what I'm here for.
Ready up, Blue Team.
That's a sniper jackal, by the way, that just killed. Yeah, one hit kill, so it's fair. But they can also one hit kill you if they shoot you ahead. And on the patch version of the game, they always one hit kill you if they hit you. That's one of the reasons why you play on patch 2. I nade this guy so he gets out of the turret, so he can just run through. Another carbine jackal taken down. So, another skip. And this one's actually pretty huge, because otherwise you would have to clear all the enemies there, and then push a button, go through an elevator. Yeah, it's always buttons and elevators. You just use this phantom as a bridge, and go to the next section. And it actually saves, I think, a few minutes on Legendary at least. We have to wait for Dalek and for the light bridge to activate here.
Is this then the biggest skip that is in the run, or are there even bigger ones?
We're keeping the biggest one for the end of the run.
Alright, something to look forward to.
Exactly, and it's actually a massive skip, and there's a lot of history behind it too, but I will get to that when I'm on Guardians, which is the last level. Mid-level cutscene, which you can skip after like a couple of seconds.
Chief.
When he says Chief, look, usually around that time. There we go. Alright, so this section is actually interesting in the sense of it being completely random. Because there's another big skip coming up, but I have to rely on the enemy's behavior. Okay, that's not what I meant with that, but I have to rely on that too. I could have avoided that actually, that's on me. Also, melees are usually one-hit kills on Legendary. I mean, why are you hugging a soldier in the first place? You just get punished for that. Also, turret soldiers, there's 4 of them, because 1 isn't enough. They can also one-hit kill me, so this is a little bit spooky. Woo! Okay. Waiting for a checkpoint here, because, as I said, random skip. Can I get a checkpoint? Ooh, that's unlucky. I have a checkpoint, but I also have this guy in front of me. I'll just try to YOLO this now, because this is really bad. Let's see what happens. So I need this guy to have his back facing me, preferably. Got that part. I need him to chase me and do the right attack. Oh, first try!
Nice.
So, what happened there? It looks really weird. It probably is also really weird. I position myself in front of a rock, and the warden has multiple attacks. One of them is that launch attack that you saw. And for some reason, the hitbox glitches out when you're in front of a rock like that, or some hitboxes. And it pushes you into the rock, but it doesn't actually hit you. It keeps pushing you, and it launches you up in the air with a pressure launch, basically. That trick is super random. It has killed so many runs for so many PB attempts for so many runners.
I remember this one in a bad way.
Yeah, that fight is actually very... the clear is really big. You have to kill the warden and all the enemies. It takes a while. Then you have to wait for dialogue. Another cool detail, you can just walk on air like that until the light bridge loads. Actually preloaded during that dialogue. And then it just shows up later. This is a Phaeton that I'm going to take now. There's actually 2 ways. You can either go on foot or with the Phaeton. The Phaeton is actually easier and much faster, so as a speedrunner it's a super easy choice. And there's another skip coming up. Surprise, surprise, there's so many of them. And you will notice that the developers don't really understand what a wall is supposed to do. FYI, a wall is supposed to be a wall and not just let you go through it like that.
There wasn't even much tech behind that, you just floated into the wall.
Exactly, you can actually just fly through that. It's a small gap, but you can go through it. I hit the load there. If I had messed that up, I would have soft locked, just pointing it out, and then just fly to the end of the level. Makes sense, right? Alright, do we have any donations pending? Now would be a good time.
We do not have any donations right now, but I could talk about the incentives we have. In about 8 hours there will be a Yoshi's Story run as a 90%, but you guys can upgrade that to an all menus 1 lap, which is terribly more amazing than the 90%, so there's still 200 euros to go, but we can all make it. Come on. For that same run, there's also an incentive for the Yoshi's color, which is currently pink in the lead with 15 euros and blue following with 5. Also, don't forget that we have a bonus game unlocked at 4,000 euros, which will be tomorrow at noon. So if you want to see it, get that donations coming.
By the way, I forgot to mention, on Legendary, I think I forgot to mention that the enemies also do a lot more damage to you if they hit you. This section I just YOLO through, hoping that I won't die. That's pretty much the strat here. With the specific routing. And here things get interesting again. First of all, I try to pick up this sword without activating the data pad, as you can see.
We didn't see that.
Me neither, it's good. It never happened. There is no VOD or anything, it's not gonna be on YouTube, you're fine.
As far as I know, you got it first try.
So, what happened here is the drop pod launch. There's a drop pod scripted to fall down, and if I position myself quickly and precisely beneath it where it falls down, pressure launches me. And it actually skips a bunch of enemies because I skipped an enemy low trigger. And it's very convenient for Legendary. I think it would save minutes on average.
If they kill the Arbiter, they'll be well on their way.
building's taking a beating.
That's the older council chamber.
I have to clear all the enemies here. We'll delete. That's going pretty good.
Got it, Mike.
One is trying to run away, but it doesn't work.
Spirit inbound. Made it.
I shoot that turret down so it doesn't kill me. And there's again 2 hunters falling down. And yeah, those enemies are absolutely overpowered. I can't stress that enough. Especially in Halo 5, they're on steroids. It's crazy. But I'm kind of cheesing this wall in front of me. And then just bouncing nades off the ground into their face. So that worked out pretty well.
Move up.
You got it, Rock.
All clear.
I am approaching your position. Hold your fire.
Check your fire. Friendly incoming.
Your commander, Palmer.
Alright, so I'm taking a vehicle here. This one is called the Mantis.
Permanent reinforcements move on the outer
It's a pretty nice vehicle, pretty strong. Has some missiles and a machine gun.
The arbiter.
Machine gun can overheat and missiles have to reload, so you have to kind of carefully time them. So my team is to take another Mantis so they can help me out in this clear. Go here to let the drop ship come towards me. While my friends, well, my squad clears out the other enemies. While I focus on this side. Oh, this elite is behaving weirdly. Alright, we're good.
Ghost here.
Besides a storm attack like that, which is super powerful but super slow. It's good to take out the shield. And this is a ghost, which is another vehicle. This section has a lot of enemies, but again, we kinda YOLO through. However, there's some enemies we have to kill, and we're gonna need to do that with the Wraith for consistency, but it's still super difficult, so I might die. And I also have to rely on the enemies here and the behavior.
Get the arbiter out of there.
The Wraith on Wraith action right now. Get rid of this guy, please. Okay, that works. So, enough enemies have to die here for the door to open, but the door is also on the timer. I have to play this safe because yeah, that's why. I tried to get out and take cover, but he shot me in that time. That's a little bit unfortunate, but that happens. It's fine. A little bit of time lost, but it's really not a big deal. Because normally you get cover and he doesn't get the shot on you while you try to take cover, but sometimes his timing is perfect and you just die. That's what happened here.
Copy that, Mark. Let's get the arbiter out of there.
Let's try that again.
Spirits incoming, right side.
That Fiorot elite is scary, but I got rid of him. Okay, now it's much better. And also see the boost mechanic of the Wraith, which helps splattering enemies. Now the door will open after a certain time because enough enemies are dead. I'll pre-fire some plasma caster shots to get rid of the grunts. I think I will actually wait for a checkpoint here for Marathon. Normally I would just go you through it, but it's probably smarter. There we go. If I had died, I would have been reverted back to the beginning of that clear.
Coming up on the council chamber. Insurgent box incoming. Push through, Osiris. Marquis, we've reached the council
I'm
chamber.
parkouring with the ghost towards the end of the level. Go.
Sergeants and Helios will be victorious.
Alright, there's a cutscene skip here, and if you don't get it, it loses a minute, but I got it.
Guns down, Osiris.
And this is auto-scroller number 2.
I have a briefing prepared. Given Cortana's show of power, I am reluctant to discuss it over.
This one is much shorter than the first one.
Understood, Doctor. We're on our way.
Should I come in with a quick donation?
Yes, please.
We have a donation by Bad RNG, the €5 donation, who says, I have to donate during this amazing run, so here, take my money.
Constructors were ubiquitous in
Thank you, Bad RNG, wherever you are.
for the Sanghelios Guardian.
Thanks, Bad RNG.
Palmer has the coordinates units of one
Haven't seen much of it in the game yet.
a constructor there should
Let's not jinx that.
I'm still on the couch.
Not yet, Commander. I'll
That's
talk
where
to
you're safe.
Please.
Don't get into the game. Oops.
It's also a sentence you don't hear a lot. Thanks, bad RNG.
Ready when you are, Osiris.
We're ready, Commander Palmer.
Okay, let's go.
Alright, so next level is actually one of the more versatile ones, I would say. It has a lot of everything, but in a short time. It's around 5 minutes long on average, I would say.
Halsey's constructor is in a forerunner
But there's a lot
facility
happening
north
here.
but the Cubbies have a cracking
First of all, there's some
between you
parkouring.
and it. Arbiter's people
But I
expect
think
you
the
to crack
movement in
from
this
the
level
air
is actually
position
kind of
with
fun.
ground support.
I like enemy lines.
Once you've reached the rally point, Arbiter will give the
Would you
green
call
light.
it your favorite level?
I don't know. I have a...
Arbiter's BattleNet now. Good luck out there,
It's...
Spartans.
I don't know, actually. I have a lot of favorite levels.
Commander
This is
Palmer,
one of
we're
them.
in position.
Copy that. Arbiter, you're up.
So, normally you will go through an animation where you shake while, like, I don't know, things happen in the background. But by taking that route, you skip that. And during that, you're actually invincible, because during cutscenes you can't die, or during animations you can't die.
Take it down.
Shield's gotta have a weak spot.
But now I can die again. And this is actually a skip. You can just jump on the shield and go behind it. That's a pretty nice oversight by the developers.
That location is between Osiris and their destination.
Copy, Arbiter.
Kraken's back.
Spartans,
Watch
keep the
out.
pressure on.
Keep your distance. Get to the temple ground.
Nice 360 there.
Thanks. Calculated. You're not supposed to take the ghost here, but we did anyway.
Fall back.
I play on default settings, and I will explain why very soon, but with some minor changes. But if on default and different control settings is different. If you hold right bumper, you lift the ghost up a little bit, and you can actually fly much further away, and you can use that to just go through here, even though you're not supposed to go with the ghost. This section is a little bit tricky, so I have to focus. But like here, I hold right bumper and just go super far away, as you can see. I could get sniped here if I'm unlucky. I said during the last marathon I got sniped, of course. But I have bad RNG on the couch, so I'm fine. Yeah, worked. The wave actually helps you down, helps you to take down the shield. Tries to hit you, but hits the shield. It actually helps
Heading
you.
into the temple. Regroup inside Osiris.
Oh, I have to focus slightly here. To activate this button.
This has to be it. Something's happening.
And there's again a lot of things happening here.
Dr. Halsey's coordinates are just through that door.
Move, Osiris.
I'm boarding an enemy vehicle which is called the Kraken. And I don't want my teammates on it, so I have to try to make them not get on it. In the old strat, I used to splatter them, but the strat has changed a tiny bit. I can hope I can get it. I don't have a lot of practice with it.
Finish this.
It's time to go back there. And then here. And I should avoid them getting into this Kraken. Unless someone spawns on me, which is possible because some of my teammates died before.
Board the Kraken.
It would be kinda unlucky, but it happens. Oh, that was weird. Okay, so I'm supposed to nade this core. Or shoot. Oh, Buck has to go out. Okay, I actually saved it. Get out! Okay, Buck got inside. He actually walked back. That's unlucky. You see those enemies are still there. If Buck hadn't spawned on me there, I would have saved a lot of time. And now he got out. That's also fine. I lost a little bit of time. Can lose up to like 40 seconds, I think. But if the core is destroyed and there's no one on site the Kraken, like your teammates or yourself, then the destruction animation starts. So if there's a teammate there, like just strolling around, you lose time. That's why I tried to not get them on there, but Buck literally spawned on me while I was inside.
Damn, Osiris, that is beautiful work. Kraken's down.
So, you're not supposed to take the Phaeton to the next section. But if you park it just right there,
Doors opening.
and then go back again after you get the objective, you can still take it anyway. Otherwise it would just disappear or solidify and you can't use it anymore.
It's a very common theme. We're not supposed to take them here.
Correct. And a fun fact, the person who found that was actually a very young girl.
It's a
It
map.
was another speedrunner's daughter who was playing co-op with him. He found out by accident.
Do you think it'll follow us?
I do some spawn killing with the incineration cannon, and then I try to use the Phaeton to just kill all the enemies, because there's a ton of them here, and they're super strong. Let's see. Going good so far. And thanks again to bad RNG for being on the couch because I'm having good RNG. So those knights being up here is actually really good. Come on. Oh, there's I think one left. Oh, two. That should be it, right?
All clear.
Nice.
Commander Palmer, we have the constructor. Ready for extraction.
Nice work, Spartans. Arbiter, ready for pickup.
Sending the ship your way, Spartans.
Alright, on to the last auto-scroller. It's again 1 minute long.
Well, if there's an auto-scroller, I have something to say if you want to.
Sure.
We have a €10 donation by Batten with no comment, but we appreciate your generosity. I would also like to thank ESA for supporting the event and for allowing us to stream on their channel. We'd also like to thank Esports Game Arena for providing us with the gaming monitor for the event. The EGA is a home to a variety of on-site gaming events in Alphen at Rings, including our BSG bi-monthly marathons.
I'm using this structure to upload the recording from Meridian into the constructor. Make sure you're ready to go when I give the signal.
Standing by.
Get comfortable.
So, to the couch. Since you guys don't know the run so well, which level do you like so far the most? You might have forgotten the name, but maybe you can describe them shortly. Or which section specifically?
Well, the out of bounds was nice.
Which one of the 500?
The one where the tank shut you up. That's the one I remember.
Fair enough. I like everything after the first part because that's the part I've seen a lot. And I must say, I really like the parts where you have to shoot a lot because your precision is amazing.
Thanks.
Long way yet to go. Let's make a good jump.
So, this level, this is the one where you can get your Monka S's ready. Because, okay, what was that? That was a nice front slide. Well, first things first, we start with a skip. With an awkward jump out of bounds here. Yeah, out of bounds, yeah, I know. Again. Number 527. But, yeah, what I was gonna say. For the first 3 minutes, if I die, I will get reverted back the amount of time that I played until then. So, in other words, if I die anywhere in the next 2 minutes, it's really bad. So, solution.
Don't die.
Don't die. See, I have like 0 shield right now. I'm a 0 shield warrior. Calculated. That wouldn't have been bad. That would have been okay because I was at the very beginning. But everything that follows after now is a huge time loss if I die. You saw me take the Fear Rod Cannon. That's the weapon that killed me multiple times during this run. And I shot down a battery there for a cannon. You're supposed to do that so the level can advance. I will wait for dialogue and then this door will open. And there's an elite with the Fear Rod Cannon in there, which is a one-shot kill if he gets me. And I literally just jump in front of him, like above him. Kinda insane, but you know, speedrun. Whoop. Go behind the wall here so he doesn't shoot me. But again, massive time loss. So I have to focus here. This is super difficult, and as I said, if I die, it's really bad. But the idea is simple. Kill aliens. That's it.
Second cannon down. Only one left.
I will wait for a checkpoint here because Marathon, and as I said, this section is super scary. Can wait a bit longer. Ah, perfect, we got it.
Last cannon destroyed.
No more monk as necessary.
Arbiter, cannons offline on our position.
My troops will arrive and secure your position.
That deletes.
Move on towards the Guardian. You must reach the Master Chief in time.
Copy that, Arbiter.
So after enough enemies are dead, there's gonna be Phantom spawning in the background. There we go, good. I'll let my teammates take up the Führer cannon. And
Friendly phantoms approaching.
there's some time I have here until the Phantoms are here where I can pick up
Air defenses still protect
everyone's favorite weapon,
the Guardian. Too many
the sword.
need to ferry you to your
And I'm supposed to actually do a skip here, which I'm going to do, but I'm waiting for a checkpoint first, which loses slightly a bit of time. But for Marathon, I think it's smarter to just wait for the checkpoint, because this skip is easy to mess up.
Marquis said there's a way down. Find it.
And we basically tip an elevator right, this one.
Plasma battery.
That should take
I'm
the
waiting for a
shield down.
checkpoint.
Let's hack it.
Here we go. So what we do here, we just try to go down, but there's a bunch of death barriers here, so it's actually much trickier than it. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's actually much trickier than it looks. So I have to time everything pretty well, have the right angles and whatnot. This should be fine. Yeah.
Nice.
Take the cannons offline. Find
Also,
the
if you
power
go too
source and
fast,
target the cannons themselves.
like if you don't wait until the ship spawns in the background, if you do the fast strat,
Stand by. We're
then
on
the vent that I just destroyed doesn't spawn in, and no enemies spawn in, and you softlock the game. 'Cause if you advance, there's eventually a death barrier and you just die for some reason. So you're supposed to wait, so even though we waited for a checkpoint, we didn't lose that much time compared to the faster strat, but it did still lose a bit of time. And it's still faster than taking the elevator, trust me on that. This section is again kind of YOLO-ish. We just try to run through the sniper. There's one sniper here. Runs like an EMP charge me, which loses a lot of shield. Easy to die. And we have the super strong enemies here again, the hunters, if you remember them. But these are kind of easy to kill because I'm just that fast that I kill them before they actually get up. They're supposed to be scary with that animation here. Like, ooh, you're gonna die, there's hunters here, but we just are so fast that we don't even have the time to get down, we just kill them.
Better hurry. Can't have too much longer to go. Elevator doors.
Everybody on the elevator.
So my teammates to pick the Führer cannon? Oh wait, Buck is already dead.
Arbiter. This
Buck
is
has
Spartan
been
Lock. Do you
really
copy?
the worst AI in this game.
He's a lot of people's favorite character, actually.
Oh.
Because of Nathan Fillion, I guess. But in Halo 5, it's just when you speedrun,
We can help Arbiter.
things start to change very quickly.
Spawning in the alien core.
By the way, I'm just doing this for fun. I'm just staying in the bottom here. You can go out of bounds here, but you get well back up there after a while when the door opens. Did it to show it off, basically. There's another skip here, and it's not an out of bounds.
Ah.
In Halo 5, two animations cancel each other out, and we're going to abuse that. This is an animation here where the bridge gets destroyed, and we start shaking. But I assassinate the crawler at the same time, and I just skip the animation, so things look a bit weird. Everything explodes. Also, I really love this section because of the movement. It looks really fun, especially with the sword. You go super fast and you do things like this. Whoop. Swap weapons, swap back to sword. Whoop. That's fun. Just picked up the plasma cluster during a slide there.
The clock's ticking. Hurry. Arbiter.
This clear is also again very difficult. And another fun or maybe not so fun fact, if I die here, the game is very likely to crash. So let's hope that doesn't happen.
Keep pushing, Osiris. We're almost to the Guardian.
It wouldn't be too big of a deal, it just loses time RTA. Because I would resume with the last checkpoint again, just have to load up the game again. Not that bad. Oh, Tanaka.
Yeah,
I did
I'll
not
take
mean
it
to do
back.
that.
Buck isn't the worst one.
To knock us down.
Okay, Buck actually helped well. Got Tanaka back out. That's actually good. So there's gonna be
Matters if the Guardian hasn't left. There's still
8 soldiers spawning after enough enemies are dead, and those all have to die. There you go. There we go. Just incinerate spam them. Already got 3. It's pretty good because they're all in the cluster and I have good RNG, so they stay together. Which makes this guy oh, that's bad. I have to improvise here. Taking cover. Boy. Scary. Enough enemies are dead. There's gonna be another. Whoops! I'm taking cover for the shield here. Oh! I didn't see him. That's what I get for not paying attention to the right side. That's fine. It's not too big of a time. Let's have a good checkpoint. I mean, I have a checkpoint with a bad setup already, but I can salvage this. I'm pretty sure. We'll be fine. Okay. There we go. Another warden. There's almost as many wardens in this game as there's out of bounds. This is actually really awkward enemy positioning. That's what I mean. Like, the enemies are in really bad spots. This is actually really hard to play through, but I'll manage, I think. This is the thing about Legendary. Sometimes you just have to improvise. Oh, this guy.
There he is again.
Sneaky, sneaky. Yeah, I have to be careful here. But I think I'll be fine this time around. I can also waste too much ammo because I need them for the warden. I'm in a difficult spot here. I think I'll be fine. Looking for the shield.
Deal with the warden first. Focus fire, Osiris.
He's almost dead. There we go. Now just hide. I don't want to die again. You will notice a perfect dialogue in this game.
What's a Genesis?
What's a Genesis? That's brilliant. I wish I came up with that line.
That's something I could have asked. I don't know anything about this game.
Is that it? Where are we? What the?
This section is a lot of people's favorite section casually. In the speedrun, I would say eh. But it actually looks really cool.
This is bad.
I don't know if you guys agree with that.
Chief's down there.
If you agree, donate 50 euros for a good cause. If not, then donate 50 euros for the good cause. Thanks. you can change. You can show your opinion.
Guardian's moving.
Get moving. Reach a low enough altitude where it's safe to jump. Stay in the middle. Watch out for gas. Close ahead. Don't stop. Shoot and run.
Like it's trying to shake us off.
Actually easy to die here, so I'm having focus moment here. Whoa, almost died.
Oh, that was
Scary.
close.
Nice. I can see why that would be your favorite casual section.
What would be my favorite casual section?
I can see why this would be.
Ah. Yeah.
This was actually my favorite casual section. But not in Legendary because
Yeah.
never got there.
Is this the right place?
Alright, coming up is another skip.
Spartan
This one is
Jameson
actually
locked to
really
Sierra
tricky too.
117. Please respond.
Especially because I don't remember which rock I have to jump on. It's this run.
Once again. Spartan Jameson locked to Sierra 117. Please respond.
We're skipping an elevator ride. And by going out of bounds. Surprise, surprise.
Chief,
It's not coming.
Dr. Halsey sent us. We're here to help you. How the hell are
Is there even a level where you don't go out of bounds?
I don't think we went out of bounds on enemy lines, did we? You can go out of bounds, but not in the speed run. You can go out of bounds in every level. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, definitely.
Accessing your communication systems.
So, I have to wait here for the black bars. It's the low trigger. It spawns in the enemies, which I need to advance. I pick up the scatter shot. Cool section coming up. Everyone prepare. So, what we do here... Well, first of all, we just YOLO through. We go to somewhere we're not intended to go. AKA out of bounds. And we just ground pound on this phantom. And we surf it. Isn't that cool?
Wow.
And because one phantom isn't cool enough, why not surf the second one too?
I think I might have to change my favorite section, because that surfing is pretty neat.
That's actually one of my favorite skips too. It actually loses time, theoretically, but on Legendary on average it saves a lot of time, because all the enemies are lethal, you have to wait for the door to open. It's crazy strong enemies, especially on Unpatched. Because Unpatched, a lot of enemies also got nerfed. And I think almost every single enemy on this level is nerfed Unpatched. But still, Unpatched is faster on average by far. Not by far, but considerably still. Legend, like easy is run Unpatched because it has an in-game time, it's more convenient. And it's actually faster too, I think. Depending on the level. So we're doing a skip here. We are supposed to wait for Light Bridge, but we just jump over it by holding RB. And it's a specific angle, because if you go too far to the right, there's an invisible wall and you fall off and die. There's a warden there, we skip it by just ignoring him. And you might think I'm joking, but there was a warden there and we skipped it, right? But if you like the warden, then I have good news for you, because there's two here and I have to fight them. Whoa, I got, I don't know what that attack is called, but I already took the weapon on this checkpoint, okay. I wasn't sure. I'm going to explain the weapon very soon, when I get to use it. And you see me boost off that ramp there, that actually has a reason, because if I don't, the walls will spawn in a ton of enemies. They still might if I'm unlucky, but at least it's late now. Oh boy. That nade stunned him. This is the answer. It's a saw machine gun, but it has explosive rounds, and that's an epic weapon. This warden is spawning in enemies, which is bad. RNG. He spawned two ways, but I try to improvise my way around it. I should be fine, but this is really difficult now. You don't want to mess with the warden. I'll do the assassination for marathon swag. I'll play this safe because it's like knight right there. He can one-hit kill me. Nope, nope, nope. Everyone aboard the nope train. I have to backtrack here to hit the load that I skipped before. And I can just go to the end. Alright, if you're wondering what's the Genesis, like I think Tanaka, that was Genesis. Now we can ask what's the breaking, that's the next level too. Warden number 5 million, we can ignore him. He's just talking.
Warden, don't.
They need to undo your plans. They will disperse your guardians.
Leave, Warden.
Breaking is actually really cool if you like combat. And breaking is actually also very cool if you like fighting. Because the first half is fighting, fighting, fighting. The second half is skip, skip, skip.
Is it out of bounds?
Yes. One of them is. Okay, so there's a bunch of enemies spawning here. I don't have to kill any of those, but every enemy that is spawning starting now, I have to kill. There's no way around it. And there's a lot. I just tried to get out, get rid of the knights as fast as possible.
Take this position.
Oh boy, crawlers. I wait for the shield because I don't want to die here. Oh, should take the light rifle. It's the easier shot with that. The light rifle is actually also a really good weapon. That's also one of my favorites. I forgot about that one. The light rifle does more damage when you zoom in like this, which is a cool mechanic, I think.
It looks pretty cool.
Yep. Dancing around incineration cannon shots.
On my mark, blue team.
Ah, he's behind the wall. I don't like that.
Move up.
I'll make it happen.
Do this. Nice.
Doors open, Chief.
Sometimes crawlers like to hide, but I got lucky. Didn't hide this time.
You mentioned a gun. Something I really like about this run so far is I think I've seen as many weapons used as out of bounds you've performed.
There's one I didn't use, unfortunately, which is the Needler. And the Needler is a lot of people's favorite too.
How many weapons do you use in this run? Because it feels like every level you're using 2 new ones.
I actually have no idea how many weapons are even in this game.
It's so good to see you again, John.
Oh, I picked up the incineration cannon here,
Back together.
but it has only 48% ammo, which is not that good.
Psychological tactics.
That means I will have to
Play nice.
well, plan around the next clear a bit. It makes it quite a bit more quite a bit harder. I only have 2 shots now instead of 3 or 4,
Excuse me?
but we'll manage.
You know, don't you?
Also, if you like pressure launches, get hyped. Well, soon. There's this metal platform there, and there's this gondola here. Gondola is approaching metal platform, and there's like invisible floor there you can stand on, like this. And this thing is get close. I could launch up in the air like that. Whoop.
We'll handle it. Promethean soldiers in play.
Okay, now I have to kill all the enemies because I don't have enough incineration cannon shots. Slightly awkward. But we'll be fine. You might think, why are you going back? That doesn't make sense. You're right in a sense, but there's a reason too. There's actually multiple triggers you have to hit. And you have to hit them consecutively. And going this way is actually faster, because if you go straight forward, there's so many enemies you will die in like 2 seconds if you try to YOLO through. I think it's kind of safe. So this is the first trigger that I hit. The second one is up here. It spawns a bunch of enemies on the second level. Then I hit the third trigger here. I go back down. I go back up. I hit the fourth trigger here. Oh boy, I might die here. Bad luck. And those enemies I have to kill. There's no way around it. Oh, that's bad. He's standing still. That's nice. That's if he wants us to go fast. So, last clear, and you mentioned weapons. I'm gonna use one that I haven't used before in the run, and it's the one I said was my favorite. It's probably one of my favorites. The binary rifle. Well, you'll see it soon. First of all, I spawn kill the binary rifle soldiers that are here. Whoop. Whoop. New combo this guy. New combo that guy. Okay. Oh yeah, these enemies with those 2, let's call them ears. I don't know what to call them. These are called Watchers. They are really obnoxious because they can, first of all, they can throw your grenades back. And they can also shield your enemies. And they can also which regenerate your enemy's shields, which is the most annoying one. Okay, binary rifle. Let's party. I love that weapon. Nice. It's so fun. You will see why. It's just fun. So, how did you like the binary rifle?
Pretty cool weapon. Not gonna lie.
Always a great team, you and me. Even if you don't agree with my plans.
I don't have to kill them, but it helps me, and I'll tell you why exactly in a very short time.
It's way more fun. Where's Buck?
I killed him too, with one binary rifle shot. Okay, there's like a small, not Easter egg, but something you're supposed to do. Does anyone want to see that? It loses like 1 minute, but it's cool, in my opinion. And we are like below estimate by quite a bit, so I don't know if you guys want to see it or not.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, nice.
Let's do that.
We were both there, John.
So, first of all, there's a really cool trick coming up. It skips a massive combat section, like the craziest in the whole game probably. And I have to focus and explain it. So I have to time myself well, get here, position myself perfectly quickly, and then just thrust. Okay, I messed up this setup a little bit. Let's see if this one works. That's too low. We'll get it, don't worry.
Well, the checkpoint is pretty close.
Here we go. Good. That's not high enough. Get it, we'll get it. Perfect. Yeah, out of bounds.
Oh.
There's actually an invisible floor here, super high up.
What's happening now?
And if he went there, it would be a massive fight. And as promised, I'll quickly show you the thing I was talking about. AKA Creepy Cortana. You're supposed to... There's a triple warden fight here, which is obnoxious, like it's infamous. It's really difficult, on Legendary especially. But I skipped the load trigger, which I have to hit to enter level. But if I don't hit it, I can show you the thing I'm talking about. I'll just very quickly show it. The level doesn't end, and there's like a Cortana model here. It's the Halo 4 Cortana model. And this is Creepy Cortana. She always looks at you and dance around with her a little bit. I don't know if you're into feet or not, but here. And I'm on my way again. And another fun fact is that the blinding effect... Actually, I will show it to you quickly. I have to while I'm here. Whenever her... well, intimate area is on the screen, you get blinded. To quote Halo 2, where you're blinded by its majesty.
Good for the kids.
Sorry, BSG. I had to. So yeah, now I will actually do what I'm supposed to do. I will trigger the load here. The triple warden fight, which we also skip. And it's actually the world's most obvious skip. And just go here. The end. Alright, that was breaking. Coming up is Guardians. Last level, most broken level. It's gonna be fun.
So was that the skip you were talking about? That's the biggest skip of the game? Or is it still coming up?
It's coming up.
Oh.
First of all, there's a smaller skip, but this one is hilarious. There's a ground right? Nope. Who needs floors? They're overrated. But this is actually really tricky. It looks easy, but there's death barriers everywhere and whatnot, so focusing. Oop. And that skips, I think, 11 seconds worth of dialogue. And normally there's like a bunch of things happening in the background, like pretty fancy. And now you just have nonsensical dialogue with nothing happening. You're not going, watch out. Like, watch out, yeah, there's, yeah, watch out, nice
desert.
panorama.
Watch out for the sand.
By getting your eye.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention why I even killed my teammates before on breaking. The physics in this game are pretty weird. The gondola gets kinda, like, if you see me like shaking a little bit around, that's from my teammates being on the gondola, and it's kinda, I don't know why that happens exactly. Oh, Tanaka, hello?
Didn't even have to do anything.
I have a nice flight with gondola here. What the hell? What happened?
Tired of Buck.
Made it.
I think she was like, nope, I don't want to do this anymore. Too many skips, too many out of bounds. Too many wardens.
Or she wanted to try it out of bounds.
That was a setup to keep the momentum of the gondola. And I half got it, but not really. There's a cool ramp slide if I can get that one at least. Nice.
There are more hostile visitors ahead.
Take them down.
So, I YOLO my way through here. There's a lot of enemies that can instantly kill me. I just hope that they don't get my attention. Oh wait, that I don't get their attention. That makes more sense. Just YOLO through. And I want to catch... Oh, I did my input because of load. I want to catch this turret's attention. And I just YOLO my way through. They can instantly kill me, but, you know. Speedrun strats. Oh, I didn't get it. I might die now, actually. That's possible, but I'll try to save it. Be good.
There's the crypto. How do we get it down?
So, the big skip. There is like 5 of those cores in this section. It's a big section. You have to destroy all of them. Then there is an elevator, no, not an elevator, button in the middle of the section here. You have to push. Then there's a bunch of enemies around, which is super difficult on Legendary. You have to kill a lot of them to be able to hit it. Then there's a massive Colosseum fight, which takes like forever. And then there's an elevator ride. All of that together is easily like over half an hour long, and we skip all of that by just going out of bounds here. This trick is I have to focus. And you notice maybe I picked up the Vorpal Talon, which is this orange sword thingy, this colorful sword. It allows me to boost twice and hover twice as long, which is very convenient for this skip. And I hit the ending load trigger in the middle here. It was back inside. This is where the Colosseum would be, but it's unloaded now. But because I hit the trigger there, which is during the elevator ride usually at the end, well, everything gets started in motion. And I have to time perfectly so I can land on the ending ramp during the specific part of the dialogue. Perfect. And now, this is the ending section. And as I said before, 2 animations cancel each other out in Halo 5. You saw this knockdown wave. And if I hit the ending trigger at the same time as I get hit by one of those waves, I skip 40 seconds worth of animation. Let's see if I can get it. I did not get it, but I got the checkpoint, so... Perfect, now I got it. So, usually Locke would be opening the relay core there, but you see it's gone now. That's because the knockdown animation and the ending animation cancel each other out, and it just skips right to the next one. And that's, I think, 40 seconds. With that, that was my last input. Time will come up when the blue cryptum, the blue sphere appears and screen fades to black. So when the screen fades to black, that's time. When it's full black. So thanks to BSG for having this beautiful Halo block with Halo Kitty and Halo 5. I really enjoyed it. And thanks to the couch. Some really good questions in there. It was a lot of fun. Also thanks to everyone donating for a good cause. Thanks to BSG also for allowing me to do the Easter egg thingy with Cortana at the end of breaking. Maybe they regret it now, I don't know. So, time is coming up. Now. So I should probably add the music glitches out because of all the skips we did, and that skips easily over half an hour, I would say. If you play the game casually, we see us crazy. And I think I'm done here. Does the couch still want anything to say?
I would like to thank you as well for this amazing run.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. It was great being the couch and knew nothing, but I had a great time. And stay hydrated.
Always stay hydrated. Just one last thing. The next runs upcoming are amazing. Stay tuned for Super Mario Galaxy. I think that's the next one. And there's so many good runs during the event. Check out the schedule. You're not gonna regret it. Thanks. I'm done here.
Thank you very much, DistroTV, for this amazing run. Coming up next is Super Mario Galaxy, but before that, I would have to read a donation, because in the lead for the Mario vs. Luigi incentive is Mario with 90 euros. And I wonder if you can know who donated for Mario. Indeed, it's Hepkane name with 30 euros saying, "Happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me. Luigi is band number 11, happy birthday to me." Before the bid war escalates, I want to kindly ask to let it end here. If not for me, then please at least as a birthday gift, because I can't donate anymore since PayPal blocked me. Thank you very much, Hepkane name, for another donation, and of course, if you want to see the Luigi run, you just have to donate more than 2 euros. I'm gonna throw the host over to Jimby for the next run, so I'm gonna say you all farewell and keep watching the stream because Super Mario Galaxy is freaking awesome.